What's up guys, this is Rise and welcome to another video for you. I've got more battles from the start of Season 11 for me, continuing the 200 unique Pokemon challenge, spanning over about 3 days of battles. So we started 10-0 and this is continuing off of that, and we'll see how many wins we can get in a row. So this team, Dragonite, Vig, Quillfish, they swap. So Poliwrath actually isn't a very good lead for Dragonite because it outpaces to Ice Punches, and Ice Punches do like 90%. But they swap in the Altaria, which I think makes our job a little bit easier, because I'm going to get off this next Dragon Claw, and I'm hoping my opponent shields, to be honest, because shields down, I feel a lot better. And yeah, now I'm in a good spot. I can actually get off this Body Slam right away before a Sky Attack comes in, and we get rid of this Altaria. And we know that Quillfish up a shield is very dangerous. Definitely going to respect a Dynamic Punch here. And it's 665 for Dynamic Punch for Poliwrath, so I should be able to get off 2 Body Slams here before this next Dynamic Punch. I think he was 1 away still. We take out the Poly, and there's a Registeel in back. So this is a little scary with Zap Cannon, but I decide to catch on my Dragonite, and we're able to catch the Focus Blast there. And now I can safely come back in with the Vig. Don't really bother waiting out my switch timer, and I can just Bulldoze this. Won't quite KO since Bulldoze is a pretty terrible move, and Reggie's really tanky. But no Quill God needed. The Quill God with a nice little rest on the bench, nice little break for it. And we move on to the next battle. Sir El Abad is the next opponent. All right, Clefable lead. By the way, in this video, there's 10 battles, and some of them, you got a good mix. Some of them are extremely epic wins, and some of them are, I get absolutely railed, for lack of a better word. But we get the successful bait with Seed Bomb. Now I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball, since I'm only going to get to 1 move here. And we actually take it out. So we're up a shield, and we have Switch. But a Bastiodon comes in, and we do not have a great answer for this. And despite taking super effective damage, I decide to come in with my Wall Rain, because I know I have access to Earthquake, which will hurt, versus with Dragalge, my Aqua Tails really aren't going to do very much. I would need probably 4 Aqua Tails to KO the Bastiodon, versus Earthquake will still do a substantial amount of damage here from Wall Rain. Look at that. Takes out a big chunk. We swap in Dragalge. He lets us farm down. And there's a Deoxys in back. So we do have to be careful for Psycho Boost. This is not over by any means, but I'm going for a bait here. I get the bait, and that should pretty much seal this one, because I should be able to get to the Outrage before he even gets to 2 moves. And it's a Rock Slide. Go for the Outrage here. This should nearly KO. Bang. Almost KOs. DD's bulky, as we know. And we take him out. So I think that's up to 12 wins in a row to start the season. Rafa, the next opponent. Scrafty into Altaria. Tough lead. We're going to swap into Noctowl here. I'm just going to get off my Sky Attack right away to do some chip damage and to create a desync in the switch clock. I sneak in a Wing Attack there, which is pretty nice. Take the Sky Attack, and I'm a little bit concerned here about getting Dragon Breathed all the way down, because neither of my back 2 Pokemon are going to want to take that energy. Can Noctowl get to another? Look at this. Noctowl hangs on with a sliver of health to get to a 3rd Sky Attack here. I have to shield with Muck, unfortunately, and the ult actually gets to another move. So this is not looking very good for us. And yeah, now we're still switch locked against this Bastiodon. The reason I'm going Thunder Punch is because I'm just trying to stall the switch timer and potentially get out of there. But in hindsight, I probably should have just Dark Pulse because I might have gotten off 2 Dark Pulses, which would have done more damage, obviously. And I wasn't able to switch out anyway. I'm just hoping Scrafty has a chance. Hopefully he's double weak to Scrafty. Countering, countering, countering. Gotta shield something. We counter all the way down. What's in back? It's the ult. I decided to pup just to ramp up. Maybe it's something I can, like, boosted foul play. But it's Azumarill, so that is GG's. Not sure how we could have won that game, to be honest. Also, our opponent played it so weird. That's a tough game to lose, right? Because our opponent, ironically, if our opponent comes in with Bastiodon against the Noctowl, as you probably should, we probably farm it all the way down with Scrafty, and then Muck could put in a lot of work. So, our opponent's weird way of playing it actually benefited them because they were able to preserve the Bastiodon for the Muck. Probably some weird scenario where I can win that. Maybe like I completely sack the Muck and just 2-shield Scrafty through Azu and Bastiodon, if that's possible. But that's the first loss of the season for us. 12-game winning streak to start the season, I believe. And we're going to see how we can do in the rest of this video. Ivysaur, purified Ivysaur, by the way, against Azu. Check out this shenanigans right here. I shield, and it's a play rough. Dang it, man. I should have known that because 6 bubbles, he probably wasn't going for an Ice Beam. I feel like most people would just throw it right away. And our opponent quits. And look at this, guys. Look at this shenanigans. This game was not over in the slightest. This game was not over in the slightest. If this Scrafty just takes out our Ivysaur. Oh, wait. I remember what happened here. Did you catch it? I didn't catch it myself on the replay. But what happens here, this has actually happened to me one time. We take out the Azu, right? As his Azu fainted, I think he was trying to swap into something. And what ends up happening is him trying to swap in as his Pokemon faints. It ends up double tapping. So he selects something in, and then the switch order kind of changes. So you'll see the top right typing. Look, did you catch it? It was Talonflame. It was fire flying for a brief moment. I can go back frame by frame, I think. Oh, look at that. Fire flying. So I think he accidentally swapped the Scrafty in, and that's what frustrated him and resulted in him top lefting. That actually did happen to me one time. I did the same thing because I was trying to swap before my Pokemon got farmed down, and then it registered it as like me swapping in as the Pokemon got KO'd, and it cost me a game. So it happens to the best of us, and unfortunate for our opponent. I think we would have been okay. Oops, sorry. Let's say he comes in with Talon there. I probably swap into Snorlax. He swaps in Scrafty. I get a shield, or both shields. Ivysaur cleans up, and then Regirock versus Talon. GG's. But it's on to the next one. We've got Emolga versus AWAC. Gonna go for a discharge here. And this AWAC's building up quite a bit, so I'm like, I wonder if he has Shadow Ball. I decided to shield, and look at that, it is a Shadow Ball. So a good shield. I'm over farming quite a bit. Another discharge coming through. Bang, we take out the AWAC. In comes Vigoroth. So he doesn't have a great answer for our Emolga. I get a shield as well. In comes Ferrothorn. And this is not looking great because this Ferrothorn and the Vigoroth are both pretty tough for my back line. So I'm definitely a little concerned here. I decide to let it go. I figure if he has Mirror Shot, he'd reveal it here. He does have Mirror Shot. I come in with Celio because Celio can at least tank this Power Whip versus Whiscash would definitely get one shot by it. And then this is probably a bit of a mistake by me. This Body Slam probably would have been better saved than to take out this. If I could have like banked that Body Slam and then switched Whiscash, that probably would have been a lot better. Body Slam coming through. The Vig already has 2, I believe, at this point. 7, 8, 9. So this is a bit of a mistake by me. Sorry, I don't want to give stuff away. I go for a Mud Bomb bait here, hoping I can bait, but nope, he calls it. And gets to the Body Slam. And the reason this is a mistake by me is I didn't give myself a chance here. I didn't play out my win con. My win con was actually just just going for the Blizzard here. And the reason for that is, let's say I successfully bait here. So I shield the Body Slam, right? I go for Mud Bomb. I'm hoping to draw a shield. Let's just pretend he shielded that. So shields are down. 1, 2. He gets there anyway. So there was really no reason for me to bait. I had to play out my win con. And my win con was him messing up and shielding the Blizzard. On the reverse side, you could say our opponent theoretically made a mistake. That he gave me a win con, because if he just shields that, he wins no matter what. But he makes a beautiful call on the Mud Bomb, makes the right call, and was able to outplay us that game. Very nicely done by our opponent. So we go 3-2 this set. Our 12-0 winning streak to start the season comes to an end. But it takes the pressure off, right? We're no longer undefeated. We've got a few losses under our belt. Now we can just have some fun. Next opponent. We've got Jelly into A9. I'm just going to go straight for Shadow Ball here. I don't really see a point in baiting. I think it's a little too risky. I go for the Shadow Ball, and then I'm going to aggressive swap into my Shadow Ninetales. And our opponent dumps energy here, which is really good for us. Ninetales can eat the Weather Ball, and then check out what comes in. Check out the moveset. Can we land the Solar Beam through 2 shields? Come on. Solar Beam. Boom! One-shots the Azu. The Shadow Solar Beam saying, get out of here, bro. In comes a Feint Attack Umbreon. A Feint Attack Umbreon. Also, our opponent let us Fire Spin down the A9, which is kind of weird. And I'm a little scared here. I'm like, oh crap. Like, this thing just totally outbulks my Manectric. So I decide what I'm going to do is I'm just going to expend my shield here for Jelly. And I'm just going to keep on Bubble Beaming. Because it's Feint Attack, it's not going to get to its foul plays as quickly. But it is going to put up quite a bit of fast move damage here against my Jelly. So I'm just trying to debuff this as much as possible. And I really need to get at least 1 shield here. So I'm really hoping I can get a shield here from this Bubble Beam. I do get the shield. I'm afraid of getting Feint Attacked down, so I swap here. This Umbreon has been triple debuffed. Triple debuffed. So I need to be able to live 2 foul plays here, which I definitely can. And we just gotta hope that the Umbreon doesn't get to a 3rd foul play. I get a denial here, very big. I don't mind debuffing myself because the debuffed foul play would KO anyway. And we get to the 2nd wild charge after drawing the shield from that bubble beam earlier. So if our opponent, you gotta shield eventually, right? They don't want fast moves to become an issue. But our opponent was probably kicking themselves because I think if they don't shield that bubble beam, they actually win. But you can't really blame them, right? All right. We're running one of my least favorite Pokemon. Victory Bell. With a Shadow Aggron in back. This is such a bad team. We shield the Frenzy. I'm just going for the home run here, the Mega Horn, because I'm in such a bad situation already. He shields it. Not good. In comes Toxicroak. Are you kidding me, bro? 2 Pokemon that beat our entire team. And despite us switching teams and having 2 Pokemon we queue up against that beat our entire team, I am not claiming that there is a certain external force that's out to get us. I decided to shield just because, Aggron is toast if it sees this thing. But this game is already over, basically. I store the Leaf Blade, and there's a freaking Empoleon in back, triple hard countered. We don't even get there. I decided to throw my Leaf Blade just because. But obviously there's still a fully healthy Venusaur. And it Vine Whips us down. Not a whole lot we could have done that game. Just kind of hard countered. But, I mean, our team was very inflexible. So we kind of left ourselves susceptible to getting hard countered with that team. Alright, Galv lead. Kind of tough for this line. I'm just going to Weather Ball right away since I outpace. I can chip this Galv. Gonna hard swap in my Reggie so that way I don't have to worry about shielding a discharge on the Poly. Definitely gonna let this go. It is a lunge. The Galv is baiting us. I go for a Focus Blast here. Since it would KO, it's less energy. Galv gets off a move. And they're lunging us again. They're a madman. Another move coming through from Galv. Straight lunge. Unbelievable. I decide to Zap Cannon here. Just, I don't know. So I figure I'm only going to get to 1 move. Might as well debuff it. And then Slowbro, Confusion's down. I'm like, alright, I'm up a shield. And I've got Mr. Magneton. I throw on CMP against the Slowbro. No shield animation, but they did shield that. I shield the Water Pulse, and there's a Bastiodon in back, so pretty smooth sailing. Fortunately for us, he didn't really have a Registeel answer, so we were able to kind of just escape the Galv. The Galv was tough for our team, but we had a lot of coverage for the other 2. And we are just going to Mud Shot down. Oh no, we actually let him smack down. And that way we can Thunder Shock down. And come out with a discharge. Makes sense, right? You don't want to farm down the Basti and then allow the Slowbro to farm us down. We still had a shield though, right? So it wouldn't have really mattered. Next game. Ampharos versus Altaria. Pretty neutral matchup. These Dragon Breaths just add up so quickly. And it stinks, right? Because you know they're sky attacking. But look, it still does quite a bit to the point where you're almost not going to get to another move. I do get a shield though, which is pretty nice. So I decided I'm going to throw this. And I'm going to hard swap into Cast Form. This way I can potentially get off a Weather Ball here. And my opponent lets me get off the Weather Ball, which is pretty huge. So he's probably going to use his second shield here. He does. In comes Jirachi. And this is, oh man. Not sure how the Jirachi got the move there. We should have been one turn ahead. So that, oh, that's kind of lame. Yeah, that's really rough for us now. Because I would have probably let it go. I would have been able to let my cast form go if I had gotten off my energy ball first, but it was just too healthy. I'm going to blind swap here into Chandelure. And this is not good. These bubbles are just doing so much damage. I'm going to do one Incinerate to eliminate the possibility of him catching. Going to land this energy ball. Hopefully it KOs or nearly KOs. Does quite a bit, but he stays in, so I got to just get off this flame charge here. But the Altaria is still fairly healthy, so we're not going to survive these Dragon Breaths. And now I had actually given up, but look! Cast Form survives the Dragon Breaths and gets to that Weather Ball with invisible HP. Oh my gosh. Let's scroll back just a few seconds. Look how little HP little Cast Form has. That's insane. You can barely see it. Barely see the HP. When this happened on stream, I was like, oh, we lose this. We made it close. I was like, oh, I probably could have played this game so much better. This was a winnable game. And then we won. We won. The man himself, the fan favorite, Bibarel, looking to make an appearance. A Viper as well. And Jumpluff. I think this is the last battle of the video, and this is an epic one, if I do say so myself. Very good battle here. Going up against Pinch. Terrible lead. Gonna swap straight into Seviper. And our opponent's staying in, which is good for us. We're gonna get off a Poison Fang here. We get a shield already, so this is great. We sneak in a jab. I'm gonna respect the Shadow Ball here. And they do go straight for it, so a good shield. In comes Wall Rain. And I'm not bothering building up to Crunch, I'm just going straight jab. I mean, Seviper is pretty attack weighted, so these jabs do hurt. Or straight Fang, I should say, sorry. Not straight jab, straight Fang. They both have poison in the name. I get a shield and CMP, so a bit of a mistake from our opponent there. Allowing for me to do that on CMP. I'm going to go for a full water gun down. And I figure, I mean, Bibarel's kind of dead weight against the Trev. So I'm just going to tank it. And I'm going to put it all on Jumpluff pretty much. I swap in Jumpluff and there's a Registeel. I'm like, oh crap, this is not looking good. But we're going to play it out. We're going to go for Acrobatics. It's a very powerful move. So this will still chunk even though it's resisted. Does like about a third. I figure a move from Reggie might do the most here. I bet a Zap Cannon probably does comparable damage to like a Shadow Ball. Plus I know it's going to get to 2, right? So I'm going to have to shield one of them at least. And I'm already thinking, okay, what's my win con? So my win con is storing the Acrobatics for the Trev and combo playing here to get off the Surf against the Reggie. I get off the Surf. What I didn't account for is that these double resisted Shadow Claws are going to give Trev a huge farm. But I have it stored, and I believe the Trev was only one Shadow Claw away from the Shadow Ball. And we're able to pull it out when it was looking pretty grim. Bibarel into Trev. We had our Jumpluff aligned with a Registeel, so it was looking pretty bad. But Seviper, as the safe swap, actually put in a lot of work there. So shout out to Seviper, and shout out to the squad getting it done. We go 7-3 overall in this video, and having some fun trying out all unique Pokemon so far in the Go Battle League. The team's performing well, and a mix of battles that like we kind of get destroyed, and then some battles that we do we make some nice plays to pull out some tough wins. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, as per usual, hit that like button, Subscribe if you're new, comment down below. All comments are appreciated. And all that said, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.